Hi, my name is Larry Meyer, and I'm the owner of Larry Meyer Construction Company, LLC. We're located at 3901 Business Park Drive in Wausau. Stick-built versus modular, and there is a difference between modular and prefab. Prefab is basically one that's built in a factory, and it comes out in halves, as you've seen them roll down the road. Modular is one where the house is going to be built in sections. So the floor panels will all come, the roof will be paneled, the walls will all be built ahead of time in the factory, and they're going to come and they're going to assemble it on site. Our experience on that is there is no real cost savings one way or the other on the project. The only real advantage that we feel on stick-built, on modular versus stick-built is time frame. Let's say a house that might take us 6 weeks to frame, they would probably have it framed in 2 to 3. So that's, in our opinion, the real advantage. The advantage on a stick-built home is as you're building it, if the homeowner wants to make changes, they have time to do that. It doesn't go so fast that they're overwhelmed with it, so they can stand inside and kind of take a peek at it and say, oh, maybe I want to move this window over here a little bit, or I want to make a few changes on the fly. That's normally not available in a modular. Those decisions all have to be made, and they're done at the factory, and that house is coming out from the factory onto site, and that's it. And then if you're going to make the changes after that, it can be quite costly. Where a stick-built home, you still have the opportunity to make a lot of those changes on the fly, and it really doesn't affect your price. Great question. Everybody always asks, they come up when they see at a home show or whatever it might be and say, so how much does it cost to build a house nowadays per square foot? And we always love that question. And our response normally is, I really can't tell you what it's going to cost to build your house per square foot unless you're going to allow me to make every decision on what you're going to put into your house. If I know what your trim is, what your doors are, if I predetermine what kind of cabinets you're going to put in, what kind of carpet and flooring is, I can gladly give you a price per square foot. But that might not be what you want. And our approach is we are 100% custom. We have never built the same house twice. So what we do is sit down and spend a lot of time with our customers up front and pick their brain on what they want to see in their house. And then we take that information and we're going to use those products and we're going to put a price on their house, and their selections consequently determine their cost per square foot. Now when it's all said and done and you get that preliminary number, it might be too high. I've never seen one too low, but it might be too high, it might be within their budget. But then you get to pick and choose those products and select the ones that you would have loved to have had, but maybe that's just too much money. So you can pull those back out. So you have the ability to lower or raise the cost of your per square foot price. But the only way that I know of anybody being able to give you a set price per square foot is that they have already determined everything that's going to go in your house. And that is not an approach that is a good fit for us. The basic difference between custom cabinetry and a store-bought, shall we say, factory-built, is factory-built cabinets are going to have defined measurements. And those cabinets are always going to come in measurements of 3 inches. So let's say you have a space and it comes out to some dimension of 3 plus 1 inch. You have to make up that inch with a filler. So some people don't like that, and so they won't go that way. When you go to a custom one, irregardless of what the length of the wall is, they make the cabinets to fit. That's really the biggest difference between them. You have the ability to change in a custom cabinet without really incurring a large additional cost. Factory cabinet, the minute you take it out of factory mode, which you want to make it a special depth or a special width, or you want to do something that they don't normally do, normally there's quite a bit of an upcharge for that. So that's, I guess, one of the biggest differences. The other biggest difference with factory versus custom is factory. You will have specific finish colors that you will have to deal with. Again, some of them you can pick a different color and the upcharge is minimal. Some of them, however, if you want to go to different stain color, it's huge. Where when you do with custom people, they will have usually a larger color palette for you to choose from, and they'll all be the same price. And a lot of them will then even in turn custom match a color for you, and the charge is minimal.